1970 Plymouth Roadrunner Superbird. As you can tell, this is a beautiful car with an outrageous color. This is actually called High Impact Limelight Green, and when it's outside, it just blows you away. Deep, rich gloss, and the story behind this car was it was bought back originally brand new by an older lady who drove it around for a year, and the car got too much attention with the nose and the wings, so she actually took that off the car, put it back on with the actual Roadrunner bumpers, drove it around, and then got sick of driving it, so it was parked, and then it was neglected where it needed a full-on restoration. So a few years ago, the owner bought this car, put some time and some effort into it, bring it back to this show quality finish, and now it's been sitting in a museum where it's collected dust, debris, fingerprints, a little bit of water spots that we're going to address today using our C9 Vitalize. So to bring back this high shine and also protect the paint, we're going to spray it down using our quick detail spray, and using one of our happening towels, which is going to reduce the chance of adding any swirls or scratches. We're going to bring this car right back to its original glory. So we'll spray right here on the hood to start off. You can use C9 Vitalize on your paint, you can use it on glass, chrome, wheels, engine bays, anything you want to add that hydrophobic property, as well as give it a little bit of extra shine. And especially if it's something that's going to be in a museum like this car is, it's going to be seen by a lot of people, and you wouldn't want to add any kind of scratches or swirls, and you definitely don't want to have a dull faded paint job where something can be seen on a regular basis. So by cleaning it up and giving it the best chance of showing off, we're going to do that with C9 Vitalize. This car has a 440 with a 6-pack, which means it has 3 2-barrel carburetors, which is pretty rare, especially on a car this old. But the actual rare, or the most rare car that you can find is the 426 Hemi, which they only made about 100 or less of those. This one they made about 200, and then the actual 440 with the regular carburation is the one that they made, you know, as the mass-produced car. So the Superbird has this iconic shape with the nose and the wing, and it also has a brother, which is the Dodge Daytona. It's got that high wing in the back for downforce, it's got the aerodynamic front end, and this was designed for NASCAR, which is a racing competition. But the car was built for Richard Petty, who was one of the top drivers back in the late 60s, and the whole car was to take out Ford's Talladega, which was actually a Torino, which was the NASCAR champion of its day. So after wiping down the whole car using C9 Vitalize, you can see it's brought back that really deep green shine. It's really bright. And now we're going to move on to the shinier areas like the chrome and also the wheels, which, although they're clean, they still want some protection and a little bit added shine. So we're going to use some Max Coat wheel guard to give it added protection and then that really high gloss finish. So we have our black Hex Logic applicator, and we're going to dab a little bit of the Max Coat onto the applicator, and then we'll spread it out on the bumper here. And it only takes about 5 minutes to bond. So after that, we work it in and we'll buff it off. Now this is going to give it a high shine as well as a durable protection against anything that can actually damage the chrome. Now, as I mentioned, Max Coat wheel guard only takes about 5 minutes to bond to the surface, so we're going to let that happen. In the meantime, let's recap what we've done today. So we wiped it down using C9 Vitalize to take care of all that light dust and debris that was on the vehicle, as well as those water spots to bring back that factory finish. Now, although this car doesn't need a whole lot, this is going to be in a museum where people are going to be staring at it, so we want to give it the best finish, so we're going to give it this Max Coat wheel guard to bring out that shine, as well as protect it. So in the meantime, you guys can head over to our website, chemicalgas.com, and pick up these products for yourself. If you like this car or this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and we'll see you guys next time right here in the Detail Garage.